Welcome back to the Incredible Rockets Propaganda Channel. I am your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter and X or whatever that thing is called now. Anybody call it whatever they want. AK Infinity _ VVS. Part of the Rockets Round Robin as well. Go subscribe over there to that channel. Subscribe right here at the Rockets Propaganda. Hit that like button. Comment below. And I'm going to shoot it over to my man's Drip Guard. We got another guest in the building for another episode. What's happening, bro?
Hey man, it's good to be here. I appreciate you having me on today, man. We throw it down on the Rockets Round Robin, but now we're finally doing it on your channel. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, follow me Drip_GAWD on X as well as Instagram, Facebook too. I'm over there for some of the old heads. Just Preston Simpson, check it out. And yeah, HTownRundown at the HTownRundown, X, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. We're doing a giveaway over there, so check it out.
Already, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate you coming on, man. Before we start talking about the depression of the Rockets right now, bro, kind of tell the people how you became a Rockets fan, seeing as you don't even live on this time zone and all of that. So kind of go into that, and then we can start shooting, man.
Yeah, let's do it. So actually, you got 2K to thank for that. I was never really a fan of basketball. I played soccer for a while. But I didn't watch soccer. Yeah, I know. And after that, I think I tore my ACL in like 2012, and that was my soccer career right there. And I just didn't really care for sports. I didn't want to hurt again. I was nervous. I wear glasses, so I didn't want to get hurt. Yeah, you know what it is. And then, I was like, man, this 2K game pretty cool. It was the one with Giannis on the cover. I think it was like 2K19. And
he sure was on the cover. I forgot about that.
LeBron was like the Legend Edition, but yeah, I had Giannis on the cover. Not a fan of him, but I had him on the cover, and then I went from there. James Harden had a cool beard. I was trying to grow my beard out, and Chris Paul, he was on the team. I liked him because he was short and I'm short. And Clint Capella, I liked his like the brown strip he had. That shit was so cold. That was so cool.
Oh, I call it the Schroeder patch.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Dennis Schroeder patch, man.
And yeah, just from then I slowly became more and more of a Rockets fan. But really, during COVID, I was like, I didn't have anything else to do, just like anybody else. And I started, delving into some Rockets lore and really getting into it. And since then, yeah.
Weren't you also playing on Twitch?
Yeah. So like I do a little bit of streaming and whatnot. I wasn't doing a lot of Twitch streaming for 2K. That actually started last year with 24. Started doing a little bit of that, and hopefully more this year for sure. But yeah, been gaming 2K since 2K19. Whenever it came out, like what was that, September 2018, whatever it is, whatever the numbers are. But yeah, since then, I witnessed peak, 36 points per game, James Harden. I think my first Rocket game I watched was in January, where he scored. Like it was that game where his over under was like 40 something, and he scored 60 that game.
Is it the one? No, never mind. I think that was like in November of 19 or 20 or something like that. The one where he scored. There was one where he scored 60 in 3/4.
Yeah, I can't tell you which game that was, but that was a crazy game.
Yeah, I remember that was against the Hawks, and I think that was 2019. I think that was November 2019. Right, we were stomping him so bad that he didn't even play the fourth quarter. So he really could have scored 80, bro.
Yeah, he could have. And Daryl Morey saved Kobe's record for sure that day. James Harden was so hot because he had like 9 threes that game, like 8 threes. He was unstoppable that game, absolutely unstoppable. The Hawks can't do anything. Yeah,
and funny how things change because they still can't do anything. But yeah, man, that's just weird that I've been hearing people's backstories of how they become Rockets fans, and I'm just like, that's weird. Because of 2K?
Because of 2K, bro. NBA 2K.
It'd be like this. I guess that's why they make these video games, so you can create new fans and stuff. So it does make sense. It does make sense. But yeah, man, so speaking of the Rockets, we don't have no James Harden, so that's probably why the offense looks the way it does, bro. Yeah, man, what's your thoughts in this first few games? I don't have no strong thoughts myself because it is just 3 games, but what have you seen, bro? I know we discussed a little bit of it on the Triple R, but kind of go into it a little bit more here, man.
Yeah, so let's just be honest, right? First year Ime, we lost our first 3 games. Second year Ime, we've won 1 game, lost 2 games, and both the games we lost were we shouldn't have never been down to begin with.
Razor thin, just like last season, losing razor thin games.
It's just depressing, especially to see us fight back. I don't want to call it a fake comeback because we could have won. We really could have won either of those games. But at the end of the day, I mean, when you're like against the Hornets, when you're up, what was it, like 12, 18 going into the half, there's no way you should lose. Now I understand no lead is safe these days. That's 6 NBA threes, and that's the lead right there. But when you can't play any defense and your offense is led by defense, it's hard to get into rhythm. So I don't know. I think we kind of talked about in the group chat, right? We want to see more dribble handoffs and whatnot, and more things to utilize the Rockets' best player. I'm not understanding why he's not getting used like a $38 million guy. I don't know what's going on in the HQ department there, but some things are going awry for sure.
Not a broccoli offense, bro. Just pick and roll and post up. The P and the P. Well, I'm tired of this P and P offense, bro. Like, what's up?
Ain't even got no rice or chicken in the meal, bro.
No, right. Just broccoli.
Steamed broccoli.
Steamed broccoli. We're not even gonna put no salt on it. Nothing. We steam it. You gotta eat it like that. Prison food, bro. It's prison food. Like, what are we doing? Come on now, Ime. But it is just 3 games.
It is, yeah. Again, it's 3 games, right? But remember, collectively speaking, last season we lost 3 straight, and what was the fan base like? That was like, it was like over, and
we was talking about who was it in the draft that we wanted to get at that time? Alex Saw. Oh yeah, we started posting Alex Saw memes, bro.
Bro, it was tough, bro. And I don't know, it's just interesting. We've won 1 game compared to losing 2 this season. We're starting off 1-2, which is, I mean, still not terrible. There's teams who are 0-2 right now. Some who haven't won a game at all. I'm looking at the Nuggets, right?
Man,
and you've got Jokic he had like 41, 9, and 5, and still lost to the Clippers, who don't even have Kawhi, and I'm pretty sure they're fully healthy.
They blame Westbrook.
Yeah, they are, bro, and it's not Russ's fault, bro.
Bro, it ain't no Westbrook problem.
It is not, bro.
They got bigger issues than that. Westbrook ain't out there playing 35 minutes a game. That's different if he was.
I think Aaron Gordon went 3-10 that game. But I don't want to diverge too fast. Just in general, I think second half rotations have been atrocious. We've seen Jalen.
Second half?
Second half rotations. So like against the Spurs, second half rotations were not great in the third quarter until Jalen came in, and you had Cam, and that's when we started making a run. Jalen, Cam, Tari. That's it. That was your entire formula through the Spurs game. There was Jalen, Cam, Tari. Those are the only people doing anything out there. And then Dylan Brooks, once he got in that little squabble, then he started doing something.
Yeah, he went 4-7.
Yeah, he went 4-7 from 3. We didn't wake up. Dylan Brooks woke up. Jalen Green started doing something, but he was already doing something. And then Tari and Cam were doing things, but I mean, we had too many players who didn't do a lot. Reed, I don't think he made a bucket that game. Amen had 1 point. Şengün had 5 points. He got outscored by Jock Landale.
Don't say that again out loud, bro.
There's a lot of things that I saw that I didn't like, but again, it's 3 games. We can't hold it against anybody. But things need to get right. And one of those guys I know is your boy, but Jabari, bro.
Hey! Don't do that.
He getting rebounds. The length is really important out there. It is important. But Bari, Bari, I need something, bro.
Yeah, the jumper. Something. Like I said, that's going to be something we deal with for at least the first 1/3 of the season. Because, like I said, he got to adjust to that new strength. So he's going to be off for a little bit. That's going to be the case. I do expect him to, round back up to shape because he's been a shooter his whole life. You don't just wake up one day and you can't shoot. That's just not normal.
I don't know. Markelle Fultz hung out with Ben Simmons for like 2 days, and then he lost his shot until he went to the Magic,
Bro, don't wish that on him, dog.
I'm not.
Don't say that out loud, bro. You gotta stop putting bad juju out there in the air, bro. The universe can feel that.
Well, then it needs to feel my good juju first. Then.
That's I'm gonna ignore that, bro. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna let you make it, bro. That's probably gonna get clipped. But but now my theory on the offense is two things, man. One of them, obviously, is the use of Apper and Şengün. When we get in the half court, like I said, man, it's just pick and roll and post up, man. Let's throw in some DHOs out there. Let's get him off ball. Let's use him as a decoy sometimes because his 3-point shot looks like it's improved. Let's put him over there in the corner. Let's run maybe some pick and pop with Jabari or something like that. Or there was a play in that Grizzlies game. Was it the Grizzlies game or the Hornets game? I can't remember. It was one of them games where they did a 4-5 pick and roll with Jabari and Alperen, and it looked beautiful because there was a lot of spacing.
I think that was preseason against the Spurs.
That was preseason?
I'm pretty sure that was preseason game.
Probably.
I remember us talking about that, but yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, regardless, I saw it and it looked good, and that's not the first time we've seen it either. Like they did that a few times last season, and it looked very good. Why don't we lean into something more creative like that? I don't understand, especially when we had Reed Shepherd on the floor. I've also noticed another problem. The substitution patterns probably need to change a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
Because if a man is going to be the first person off the bench and we sending Jalen to go get a rest until the second quarter, have you noticed that the offense dies when Jalen is sitting?
Immediately.
Yeah, it died. It died in that second quarter against the Spurs. It died against the Hornets too. Like it didn't look good. So if this is not a knock on the men, I just think the substitution patterns probably need to change a little bit. I would say maybe I would bring in Cam first off the bench instead of Amen. And Amen can come in with Jalen when Jalen subs back in. I'd bring in Cam because his pressure, like he don't play scared. He don't mind going to the basket on anybody. He doesn't care. Like
you saw it against Wemby multiple times.
Yes.
Multiple times.
Yes.
He said 7'5" for what? I loved it.
Yeah, like a man don't care nothing about that. He said, man, get this work. Everybody the same size on their back. That's what he say.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Cam came in and just made an immediate impact, bro. He did it against a little bit against the Grizzlies, and he did it again last night against the Spurs, man. So I'm just like, I see when you have an offensive drought like that, Cam is the guy that you want to go to because instant offense. And he's not the guy that you got to coach up. If anything, he's a guy you need to coach down. You know what I'm saying? He go in there. Hey, Cam, go get buckets. Go be a pest on defense if you can. You know, just play with your hair on fire. He do that. And big time energy guy. You ain't never gonna have an effort problem with Cam Whitmore, bro. And when we scored them 10 points in the second quarter yesterday, man, I was just like, yeah, this is probably one of them games Cam is gonna be coming to our rescue. And then Jalen checks in at the end of the quarter, hits a 3, and that's the only reason we even scored 10. Yep. Otherwise, it was 7 to that point. What was it? 9 straight minutes of no scoring in the NBA game.
Yeah.
With 2 young guys who just got big contracts who want to be superstars in the league.
One of them was on the bench though that entire time.
Right. Yeah, like that's unacceptable. And then when Wemby went to the bench, they got the lead grew. Like, how? That's unacceptable, bro. That's unacceptable. However, I'll say this: Ime Udoka seems like a coach who's good at making game-to-game adjustments. And we play the Spurs again. We get a second crack Monday night. So I'm expecting some changes to be made. I'm not expecting any of the rotation changes to be made immediately. However, I do expect more of a fight from the tip instead of waiting to be down by 20 points. You know what I mean? So what you think about that? What would you even expect to be done differently in the next game?
I want to see more Jalen and Cam minutes. So I'm expecting to see more of that. I mean, I can't remember who said it, but someone said that Jalen and Cam look like Vince Carter and T-Mac, right?
I think it was Ty Lue.
Thank you. And I mean, by all means, Ty Lue played with those guys, or played against them.
He played against them,
and
played with T-Mac for a season.
Yeah. And so I'm looking at that like, I don't know. I kind of disagreed with that. And then through these three preseason games. My goodness, through these three regular season games. You know what I mean? Like, Jalen's playing really good defense. He's doing everything you're asking. Like, he's doing everything we've been asking of Jalen, right? Besides the efficiency, right? Everything is
that'll come. He hasn't had a nuclear game yet.
Nope. This has been like he's doing this, and it's like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Like what?
He's been very steady. He's been steady.
And he's letting the game come to him. And like honestly, that game last night, he had 28, 29 on 45%. And he shot 3-10 from 3, and he still shot 45% from the field. Okay.
He don't be getting no calls though, man. Like I don't know why he don't get to the line. I don't know why. Get the line
at least 8-10 times
a
game.
Right. It was a few times he went to the rack, and I'm like, bro, there ain't no foul.
Yeah. Yep. Now I will say he got to the line 6 times last night, or 3 times last night, and he had he cut. I think he had 2 and 1s, and just two regular shooting fouls, but he went 6 of 6, right? And the thing we were looking at it, kind of getting away from your question, but there's something we were looking at last couple games. Is like, oh my gosh, Jalen, your free throw percentage is terrible. Yeah. And then he went and hit 100% of his free throws at that line. Cool. Immediately changed. Now, obviously, he went 3-10. Not phenomenal. But again, I mean, shooting 45% from the field. I think he made 10 shots. So what did he take? 21 shots? So what was that? 7 of 11? He went 7 of 11 then inside the arc. Wow. He missed one layup?
7 of 12, I think. Yeah, 7 of 12 inside the arc. Yeah.
Cool. That's like 60%. Crazy. 58%. Crazy inside the arc there. That's what I'd like to see. More of that. More of that. But the thing I want to see, like I said, the more of it is Jalen Cam minutes. I think that needs to be immediately changed, and especially Jalen Cam Tari minutes against the Spurs. I don't know why we didn't see very many of that. Tari was a menace on defense. Every time I see that man on the court this season, I'm like, wow, we really could have won like 46, 47 games last season had Tari been healthy. Absolutely incredible.
Big facts. And if we had this version of Jalen, easily could have won. Well, I'll go out on a limb and say we probably could have won like 10 more games. Bro.
Yeah. That's not even crazy to say.
That's not even crazy to say.
So yeah, Jalen Cam Tari minutes need to go up. And I need to see less of Fred CCE, bro. Ime better be yelling at that boy, because man, I know Fred's supposed to come in and rally the troops. Maybe he's supposed to jack up a shot to show the team, hey, if you're not going to take the shot, I'm going to take the shot. I get it.
He was solid against the Spurs, though. I didn't really.
He was solid in spurts against the Spurs. He was getting fried on the defense, man, dude.
He ended up getting matched up on Wemby too much for my liking, bro.
Yep, a couple times, but Wemby didn't even score every time on Fred. That's the thing. It's not like
it opened up. It opened up somebody else to get some buckets, bro. Yeah. That was a problem. It was one where I forgot. I think it was Fred that was matched up on. It was either Fred or Jalen that was matched up on Wemby on the deep corner, and I forgot who it is that came to double. Wemby saw Stephon Castle flash in to the basket, easy dunk. I was like, it's easy offense, bro. Like, we literally can do the same thing without Pachinko. Literally, easily. Why are we not?
We forced the rookie to beat us as well in that game, and he was okay. He hit nice clutch shots. Yeah, like we were saying on the triple R, man, like he is nice. He's someone to watch out for.
Definitely.
And he just wasn't even on the scouting report, it looked like, for the Rockets. And I don't know, there's just the level of defense and ball movement. And like I said, we needed to run Chris Paul out of the gym immediately. That should have been the first substitution. And he would have been too tired to play in the fourth quarter. Guess what? He didn't have to do anything except pass the ball the entire game. So he was ready to go in the fourth quarter. He hits a super crucial 3. Got a couple assists in the fourth there, and decided to play really solid defense. All of a sudden, just out of nowhere, he just decided to wall up. That's the thing that we need to worry about. Like next game, we have to run that man out of the gym. Otherwise, he's gonna be the same result.
I'll say this too. Another thing that we probably should make sure that we do is do not allow. I wouldn't allow too much Amen Thompson in the game when Wemby's in the game, because it makes their defense too easy. Makes the defense, because they're already set. They weren't even playing them outside the free throw line.
Nope. Airball to 3.
So it's like
missing.
You're gonna play like that. If you're playing 4-on-5 on offense, that's against a Greg Popovich team. Why would you make the game easier for him to coach?
Yeah, bro. So a lineup I'm expecting is either Fred or Reed at the 1, but one of the two, right? And we'll talk more about Reed later. But one of those two, Jalen, Cam, Tari, and Jabari. I think that's a successful lineup.
Cam,
Tari, and Jabari. I think that's a successful lineup if played correctly. You're getting out, open, and running, but you still have the length on the defensive end as well. And Jalen's
going to need to be Fred.
Jalen's been a phenomenal, and that's cool. That's cool. It's got to be Fred. That's cool. But Jalen's been phenomenal defensively, so I trust that out there. And if they can just avoid the Fred on Wemby matchup there, I'm okay. I think that's a lineup that needs to be tried out for sure. I don't know if that was really used much out there, but it didn't seem like it was. And if it was, I'm not sure how successful it was, but they need more minutes of that, I think. And if you're gonna do the 2 quarters, or not 2 quarters, but 4, 5, 6 minutes in the second quarter without one of Jalen or Şengün, make sure it's a lineup that can produce offense. Because boy, it was just ugly in the second quarter, bro. Like you said, 10 points. 10 points.
That's unacceptable, bro.
Man, I just watched LeBron James score 16 points in the fourth quarter by himself, 16, 5, and 5 at the age of 55 years old. And the entire Houston Rockets lineup couldn't score more than 10 points in a second quarter. Bro, I know it's the second night of back-to-back, but bro.
To be fair, we don't have any future Hall of Famers on our squad right now. As of right now.
LeBron's 50 years old, bro. That's crazy. He did it by himself. It's LeBron James.
All right,
we can manufacture 16 points, and
when we're not playing broccoli offense, certainly I certainly agree. But yeah, for next game on Monday night, I'm expecting probably a lot more of that. Jabari at the 5 and maybe Jalen running point lineup, because it seemed like that lineup just works on both ends, man. We're getting turnovers on defense. We're actually rebounding, surprisingly, and we are playing some very nice offense because the spacing looks a lot different. This is not to say that we're a better team when Alperen Şengün sits down. There's just certain matchups where this is the case because he hasn't quite garnered the respect of an NBA defense to come and guard him out of the 3-point line. That on top of how Ime Udoka has elected to use Alperen Şengün during these first 3 games. It's too basic, it's too easy. There's nothing too difficult to guard or game plan for. So Ime's got to make it easier on the guys too. I know it's easier to coach the other guys when and run an offense without Alperen Şengün, but the at the end of the day, you have Alperen Şengün, and you need to learn to use it. Period.
You just got paid, bro. You gotta.
Yeah, he got paid, but so you still got to use him right. Like, I'm not gonna tell that man go out there and run point guard. Yeah, I just paid him, but I paid him to play center. I know what his skill set is. You use him in different ways where you see that he's effective, not just the 2 ways you so comfortable using because you can't think outside of the box. You put your own brain in. That's where my problem is. But I think Ime will. I don't know. I hope
it's 3 games, but
it is 3 games. I hope we see something a little bit different because we played really well with the same broccoli offense last season to begin the season for a big chunk of that portion. So we'll see. I know in the group chat we saw that. I don't know if you want to touch on this.
Do we even need to address it?
the stupid Jimmy Butler. The stupid Jimmy Butler report where teams are monitoring the Rockets for a potential Jimmy Butler trade. It doesn't make any sense. It makes sense for Miami, but not for the Rockets. First of all, Jimmy, his knees are gonna blow out at any point. Like they're ticking time bombs. That's 1. 2, he's 35. 3, he doesn't solve any problem that the Rockets have right now. None. He doesn't shoot the ball, which is a problem that we have. He's not a rim deterrent. He's a wing. He's not a rim deterrent. He's not gonna use Alperen Sengun differently. You know what I'm saying? So he's not gonna bring anything different than we already have. What he will do is come take the ball up out of Alperen Sengun's hands, number one, because he can't really shoot outside the paint too much. And he's gonna take the ball out of Jalen's hands. So what are we doing? Like, what is the point? Unless you're including them two in the deal to get Jimmy Butler. But then again, if you're doing that, why are you doing it? It does none of it makes any sense. So please, let's kill that noise. Please, Rockets fans, let's kill that noise because there ain't no purpose in that.
You know, I will say I'm not interested in Jimmy Butler, but I do like Taylor Hero. I do like Taylor Hero. He's pretty nice.
Okay, let's go with that. If Tyler Hero's the guy, whose spot he taking?
Honestly, I could see us potentially being able to get away with trading a Fred VanVleet for money, maybe some sort of picks, and then other filler. You know, maybe
Cam
like a Jason Tate guy. Hypothetically, I don't think so. I think Cam off the bench still works, and you can run Harrow and Jalen. I think it's not going to be the most successful defense, but we've seen the Cavs make the playoffs every single season as a 4th, 5th seed at minimum in the East with 50+ wins, running Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell and Jalen.
And who are their bigs?
Yeah, you got Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, right? So let's get there. I think the offense is going to be better if you got Tyler Herro because of his 3-point shooting, right? Okay. There's a lot of issues, right? You've got a more consistent 3-point shooter. This allows Sengun to be more of the kind of like we saw the Shen hub during the in-season tournament. I think you can run that a lot more efficiently because you've got Herro out there instead of Fred, which Fred plays great off ball. I think Herro is going to be better at it. Plus, he's a better 3-point shooter, just percentage wise. But for his career, he's been better. He's hit a lot more clutch shots, and he's been in the finals twice. And he was kind of a solid part of that run the first time. I think that was his rookie season, second year. He was in the finals against the Lakers in the bubble.
Can't remember.
But I don't know. I like what Herro brings to the table. I think he'd be an upgrade. Especially looking at Fred there. He plays 90 minutes a game. Fred's also, like 5'10". He's like same height as me out there running around. Again, great player, but I think if we can get someone a little bit younger that fits the timetable more, I don't know. I think Herro would be pretty nice.
Now, if I was playing my career in 2K, sure, I'd do that. But when we snap back into reality, bro, that is going to be an abysmal move. Do you know that every time a team is playing us, they're gonna run whoever Tyler Hero's guarding, they're gonna run a pick and roll with him and Alperen Sengun in it every time. And we've seen what happens.
What's crazy is that they're frying Fred VanVleet in the pick and roll anyway. What would the difference be? They're frying Sengun in the pick and roll anyway. There'd be no difference there. They're picking on Fred. They're actively forcing Fred in the pick and roll right now. All 3 games we've seen them. LaMelo is just shooting over that dude like he this tall. Shout out KD. We looking at that pick and roll game against the Spurs right there. They didn't even who was running pick and roll? You got Chris Paul, one of the greatest of all time, of course. I love CP3. But you got Chris Paul out there running pick and roll with whoever Fred is guarding, switching on, and he's cooked. He got cooked right there. And in that second game against the Grizzlies, he wasn't even out there guarding Ja half the time. And when he was guarding Ja, bro, easy lay. It wouldn't be a difference.
I ain't gonna lie, in that Grizzlies game, I would have preferred Jalen guard Ja Morant.
The times Jalen guarded Ja on the perimeter, on the weak side, he was denying the ball phenomenally. He kept Ja in that tight little corner over there. And then when he was able to guard Ja, like straight up with the ball, I like those defensive possessions better than when Fred was out there. All 3 games, Jalen has been the best player on the court, on the Rockets at least, and on both ends, offensively and defensively, the entire time. And obviously, hopefully this continues. But this leads me back to my point of like, if they're gonna fry Tyler Herro, I'd rather have you fry, 6'5", 6'6" Tyler Herro than 5'10" Fred VanVleet, because at least Herro, at least he got a little bit more length on Fred, I guess.
Man, I think Herro is short for heroin, but that's just my opinion.
Bro, you can't deny the 3-point shooting, man. You can't.
Nah,
And
I can't.
every year he's been there, even when he was the main guy, I think he averaged like 26, and they still got to the playoffs.
I would
Without Jimmy Butler and Bam.
if Bam was in the deal. Okay, you can talk me into it.
How old is Bam?
He's not. Bam ain't even 30 yet. Bam's still kind of young.
I hope he's not.
Bam is not 30.
29.
Even if he was 39, I'm fine with that. I'm a Bam fan. I'm Kentucky biased, bro. So just don't mind me, bro.
Gotcha. So I won't win this argument. That's what I'm hearing.
You won't. He's 27.
You're 27.
He's 27, bro. So
if you get Bam and Arrow, bro, you're trading one of Jalen and Shigu, no matter what. No matter what.
I think we both know who's gone. That's the only one that makes sense.
Honestly, right now,
that's the only thing that makes sense because Bam and Şengün can't share the floor. You can't even argue that they can.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?
Yeah, the spacing would just be bro.
Bam.
At least not yet.
Bam, Steven Adams, Şengün, Amen Thompson lineups would be phenomenal.
Who playing the three?
That'd be crazy. That would be
bro.
Some sort of crazy lineup,
bro.
man.
Nah, bro. I think you at altitude a little bit too much up there in the mountains, dog. I think
The mountains, bro. We flat, bro. We pancakes out here, bro.
You flat in Iowa?
Yeah, bro. We like the Rolling Plains. We're called the Great Plains for a reason.
For real? So I got my geography. I'm thinking of Idaho.
He said they both start with I.
They do.
I told you that H was silent, didn't I?
Hey man, I'm thinking you got mountains up there, bro.
Yeah, no.
No wonder y'all internet suck.
Yeah, you know what? Mine do fine. But look, hypothetically, if we got a trade with the Heat, I'm okay with a potential Tyler Herro trade. I think that solves more issues than it creates. But at the end of the day, I don't want to do a deal with the Heat anyway. I don't want.
Right.
I don't want anybody from over there. But if we have to trade somebody,
there's somebody over there I like. Yeah, there's somebody over there I like. I forgot his name. I don't know how I forgot his name.
You like him so much you don't even know his name.
Hey man, leave me alone, dog. Khalil Ware. Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted him in the draft, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted us to trade back and grab him, bro. But it didn't happen, and of course he would go to Miami, and he's probably gonna be a beast down there. So
he's gonna be a dog.
Yeah, I think he would have been very good for this. I ain't finna go into all that again, man. I already went into it so many times. But that's cool. But I'm still very happy with Reed Sheppard. Speaking of Reed Sheppard, I think he's still trying to adjust to the speed of the game, especially playing the point guard position. He kind of looked like deer in headlights a little bit last game. I would hope in the next game that he kind of, comes out of it, snaps out of it a little bit, and, is unleashed as a shooter. Like, I don't think we have to play him on ball as much as Ime has been trying to. He can play off the ball. He definitely can play off the ball with a jump shot like that. Like, let's get him. I don't think he's even had any spot up 3-point attempts yet. Maybe one, but the two threes I remember him hitting was pull-ups. It was like pull-up threes. I think one of them was off a pick. I think another one was off of a fast break, I believe.
I think they were both. I'm pretty sure they were both off picks. He's got like an immediate, just right around the pick, bro, and just take that.
Yeah, he got like that automatic. He just knows nobody in front of me. That thing is gone. I got a little bit of space. That thing is gone. Yeah, good.
Sees daylight, bro. Count it.
Right. So, but I would still like to see him, use more. Let's use him as the spacer that he is. How about we put him on the same corner with on an Alperen Şengün post up and get Alperen Şengün the spacing that he needs if you want to post up Alperen Şengün that bad, or you can run a DHO with Şengün and Reed Sheppard. But I think that's probably some stuff that they're still trying to figure out and work out in practice as far as how the alignment is and who's going to be where and what spots on the floor when they're running these kind of sets. So I'll give them some grace on that. I still think it is a little bit early. I kind of want to wait till like the game 10 mark. After game 10, kind of see where we are in general, and then start to develop some strong opinions, because by then you see a pattern. 10 games is a good sample size. So we'll see. And then what do you think about the defense so far?
Of Reed or in general?
Just in general.
Well, I can't stop talking about Jalen. His defense has been phenomenal. Everybody else,
some people mad at us keep talking about Jalen, keep saying his name. Every time you say his name, like,
you see that jersey back there? Yeah, that's Jalen. Nope, he backed up for a reason.
Somebody gonna come after you, boy.
Hey, I got Şengün back there too. I got both of them. I got both.
Somebody else gonna come after you. You know, both of them got their haters in the fan base. I don't get it, but hey, it is what it is.
Hey, it is what it is. But look, honestly, like I said, Jalen's just been phenomenal. People have just had to hit really tough shots on Jalen. Like, really, it doesn't matter how good the defense is. Better offense or good offense beats, good defense. That's just, at the end of the day, that's how it always is. It's a scoring league. That's what happens. But at the end of the day, I've been saying it. Şengün and Fred have been getting absolutely fried in the pick and roll. Every game we've played, we have seen nothing but them spam pick and roll for 3, 4, 5, 6 possessions straight with Fred and Şengün involved, and they just got absolutely cooked. I'm not sure what the numbers are looking like, but eye test, dude, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. Amen was good defensively for 2 games. Spurs, he was not at all. He was not an effective player at all. And then the other game, he had 8 turnovers. I don't know what's going on with that. So I need brother to calm down a little bit, just breathe. Just breathe. Let the game come to him. He was talking crazy the offseason, how there was no easy matchups against Team USA, or there was no difficult matchups. I'm sorry, there was no difficult matchups against Team USA while he was down there for the Team USA Select. And here he's having all sorts of tough matchups. So I need him to calm down just a little bit, Cam, been about what I expected. Not too bad. Better in some areas for sure. He's locked in offensively, but we're talking about defense. And who else am I missing? Brooks, Jabari.
His defense been good.
Against the Hornets, it was mid.
It was mid against the Hornets, but he was
last
killer
2 games.
against
He's
okay. Against the Spurs. He was really good. His shot looked bad, so everybody gonna pretend he hasn't been doing anything else, just like they was doing with Jalen last year.
Yep.
Oh, he can't shoot. That means he can't rebound. He can't facilitate. He can't play. He's not doing anything right because he can't shoot. That's the logic they was using. Please, let's not. Let me go into a little bit of summer on this whole Jabari thing. I called this in the summer. I said Jabari gonna get the Jalen treatment this season, and that is coming to fruition. Guys, let's chill out on this. Waiting. Why does he have to be what you want him to be in 3 games in year 3? Like, why does he have to be this so fast? Why? Sometimes the career arc don't end up the way that you think it does, but it ends up being nice. There's been several players that I've named time and time again who will be in the Hall of Fame. 2 of them are still playing right now. One of them being Paul George, the other one being Giannis. Hell, there's 3 of them. Jimmy Butler's another one. Wait, give these dudes time, bro. Give them time. Jabari is he's like the 4th or 5th option in the first place. What numbers do you want him to put up scoring wise? He's doing all the other stuff. He's improved everywhere else. He really has improved everywhere else. The shot, like I said, is gonna be a thing for like the first third of the season. Chill out. He's gonna be all right. That's all I got to say about that for now. For now, yeah. I have a question for you, bro. We were just talking about defense overall. If you had to guess where the Rockets rank in defensive rating right now, what would you say?
I think we've only allowed 108, 109, and 110 so far this season. So I'm gonna say top 12. I think we're maybe 9th.
Damn, that's good. We are actually 9th, bro.
Oh, damn.
On point.
Let's go.
Point, okay. Yeah, we ranked 9th in defensive rating so far this season. So as much as but here's the problem with our defense though. It's still been spotty. It's still been spotty because we've had quarters, back-to-back games, we gave up 38 points in the first quarter. Unacceptable. We cannot make a habit out of that. We've given up way too many 30-point quarters.
Yep.
I'll say this too. Let me see if I can find this. My eye test says we haven't been allowing as much 3-point attempts. But however, one thing we were really good at last season was making teams play deep into the shot clock. Let me see if I can find this. We were really good at making teams play deep into the shot clock. So I don't think that's the case right now. Let me see if I can find it. But while I look for it, you said what?
Yeah, they're getting a lot of shots up regardless right now, I think, and I think we're allowing too many second chance points, despite having we've had some monster rebounding games from Jabari and Şengün, but I mean people are getting a lot of second chance points against us. I don't know how many, but it looks like they're getting a lot, and I'm not saying that they are getting a lot of 3-point attempts out there, but when people are making or getting those 3-point attempts, they are making them at a high rate. I mean, against the Grizzlies, but they were shooting 60% or something like that from 3 at one point. The Spurs against us during the second quarter shot, I think 50, 60 something percent, just insane numbers against us. When people are hot, they just can't miss against us right now. And then another thing that I've noticed is the points in the paint. I mean, we got beat by the Spurs in points in the paint, bro. You got one guy who can score in the paint, and we got beat by 12. It was I think it was 42 to 54 points in the paint against the Spurs last night.
Funny enough, we 16th. We tied for 16th.
For points in the paint.
Opponents points in the paint.
Okay, yeah. So people are getting there.
So it's up and down. But it's been up and down. We've seen it. We've had. I think it's when we go to that 5-out lineup. As memory serves me right, we're not allowing a whole lot of paint points like that.
We're getting stops with turnovers and whatnot.
We are getting a lot of turnovers.
We're forcing them to beat us on the perimeter rather than allowing them the chance to get us in the paint. Again, Cam, Tari, and Jalen have been phenomenal ball stoppers in the defensive end, and that's something I hope that continues throughout the regular season for sure.
I do believe our perimeter defense has definitely gotten a lot better, man. The pick and roll defenses, certain individual players have gotten a lot better in pick and roll defense, but I think I forgot who it was that was saying this. The book is out on the Rockets and how we play defense, especially how we want to play the pick and roll. When we play these teams that play a motion offense, that's our Achilles heel, because dudes ain't paying attention to what's happening behind. See, when you playing off the ball defense, bro, you're supposed to look at a space. You look at an area, bro. You don't look at your man and then forget about anything behind you. You look at an area. You keep your man. You got to use your peripheral vision. You see the ball is over here, but you see your man right here, so that way. And then you got to keep your arms out so you can feel if your man is moving or if you got to help going one way or the other. It's not rocket science, bro. It's just paying the hell attention. Why the hell you can't pay attention? So that's one thing. That's one thing that we're going to struggle with regardless from our style of defense. But that pick and roll defense, it's good sometimes and then it's bad sometimes, which is why we smack dab in the middle at 16 right now and opponent points in the paint. So I don't know what to make of that quite yet. And then we haven't exactly played a dominant big man yet who likes to play in the paint. Wemby is on the outside for the most part.
Yep.
Zach Edey, he was big. He was really just being a big person, but he wasn't dominating in the paint like that. What are we gonna do
in Embiid yet?
What are we gonna do with guys like that? Matter of fact, what we gonna do if we play the Clippers and we got to deal with James Harden in that pick and roll with Zubac? Ooh, that's crazy lately. What we gonna do against Dallas when we got to play with Luka and running that pick and roll with Gafford or the other kid, from Lively. Forget his name, Lively. Yeah. What with Klay Thompson spotting up in the corner, and Kyrie Irving waiting for that kick out pass in case you double Luka or if you end up trapping that pick and roll. What we gonna do with that? We haven't even really played a great offense like that yet. Grizzlies look like they may end up being a great offense eventually.
Yeah. I mean, they're still missing Luke Kennard out there too, I think so.
Yeah, they're still missing Luke Kennard. So we'll see. And Triple J
and Jaren Jackson Jr.
He just came back. I'm glad we was a game late because we would have lost if he played. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I like that kid. But so I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, it is just 3 games, so I don't really know what to make of it all to this point.
It's just
but I'll say this. there are some encouraging signs that I'm seeing offensively, sort of.
Yes.
Ime does seem to want to play faster, but at the same time, he also does want to use Alperen Şengün. So I think it's just going to be a matter of finding that balance.
Ime said that Şengün was struggling with pace against the Spurs. That was something I brought up. Was it looks like lately Şengün has been having a little bit of an issue with the pace, and he just likes to play slower. And what did we say in the Triple R pregame? Right, we said Şengün needs to bully Wemby to the paint and get his shot up fast, and not the slow man game he likes to play. And he got cooked for it on that end, man.
Yeah, he gotta catch and go. Like he just
needs to be quicker. Honestly, that's my despite him what's going on, my only real issue with Şengün right now is he just needs to play faster. That's it. Play quicker. I'd rather you take a shot that misses on your own accord rather than allowing the defense to get set. You make your move and then they force the issue on you. You need to force the issue on them. You are Alperen Şengün. Remind the people why you got paid, please.
All right, I think I found that stat that I was looking for, man. So yeah, we middle of the pace in forcing teams to take their shots in deep in the shot clock. We were top 3, and that's so very late in the shot clock is 4 to 0 to 4 seconds. Late in the shot clock is 4 to 7 seconds. So we're good at the 4 to 7 seconds part. We top 3.
Okay.
Yeah, so we making teams play between 4 and 7 seconds at 12%, 12.5%. But we were really good last year at very late in the shot clock. Yeah. That's where we really made teams suffer. So we're almost there. Like I said, the defense has still been a mixed bag. Even though we're 9th in defense, I don't too much worry about that because that's Ime's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
It's just I want to see how we progress as far as balancing out how we want to create our offensive identity, because we don't exactly have one right now. It's like we play 2 different styles. When Şengün is in, we play one style. When Jalen Green is in by himself, we play one style. How do we play when it's both of them? That's the key. I don't know why I said Gerald Green, man.
Love that, man. Shout out, by the way. You're crazy.
Yeah, shout out H-Town legend Gerald Green. Funny story. Well, not funny. Well, yeah, funny story. I was driving around and I seen him. Taking out his trash.
Just casually, man. That's crazy. That's
crazy. Casually taking out trash. Normal dude, just wearing regular clothes. That's a real dude right there. He an actual person, bro. You'd be surprised. Like a lot of cats in Houston, man. Well, you've been to Houston before, but I don't think you seeing prominent Houston people before. Like people in Houston, they be chilling. Like we don't go crazy over celebrities like that. The hell you laughing at, bro?
Hey, you haven't seen prominent Houston.
Oh, I mean, honestly, there's no prominent Iowans. It's you and Caitlin Clark, and that's it.
Hey, don't forget about Lil Garza and Tyrese Halliburton and Keegan Murray and Chris Murray.
So that's all of them, ain't it? That's all of them. There's more prominent Houstonians in my neighborhood than in the whole state of Iowa. But yeah, but nah, man, in Houston, man, bro, like we'll see some of these cats out in public, and they be chilling. They don't be acting like they nobody. They don't be acting better than nobody. Cool. Asking for a pic, they'll take a pic with you. They'll talk with you, say what's up, dap you up, all of that. You know what I'm saying? They be chilling, man. I can't tell you how many times I've seen like different rappers and stuff, and they just mind their business, and we don't be mobbing people like that in public neither. Houston people don't be doing all that.
Yeah, this ain't Georgia.
Nah, and this ain't California. This ain't LA. Oh my God, it's this person. It's Taylor Swift. Man, if we see Taylor Swift in Houston, we gonna look at it like, oh.
Yeah. Respectfully. I met Gerald Green too. That first game I went to in Houston. That was so cool. Yeah. Yeah, that was so cool, bro. I stood next to that man. I felt like a kid. That was crazy.
Yeah, he's tall. He's like 6'7".
6'6", bro. Yeah, bro. I stood next to that man, and I was like, damn.
And word on the street is he can still jump out the gym.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, that boy can still jump out the gym, man. I believe that. I believe that, man.
If Vince Carter can still dunk right now, I believe that Joe can still get his money.
Of course, Vince Carter can still dunk, man. That man was dunking at 12 years old. I think that's like a real story. That ain't even an exaggeration. I believe his first dunk, I think he said, was at 12, something like that. That man been having hops since he was born.
Came out the womb.
Facts, man. As facts. I wonder how it would look if some of them players from back in their previous era played now with better more medical knowledge, better technology, and all of that, and more information as far as how you're supposed to train and how you're supposed to eat and diet and all that. A lot of them dudes back then was winging it. Some of them dudes used to be drinking at halftime and then come back and, you know what I'm saying?
Charles Barkley, bro.
Charles Barkley eat pizza through the season, bro. Pizza and hot dogs. What's his name? Michael Jordan smoking cigars and gambling before the game and come in and drop 50. Like, imagine if these dudes was more. Imagine if they was, I guess, being more professional. Like now, bro. Well, then again, they'd probably have a whole lot more babies outside of, a bunch of IG models and all that. That's the new thing now. It's IG models, bro.
It's not drugs no more. Yeah, it's IG models.
Yeah, that's the new. Yeah, that's the new thing.
IG models, bro.
That's the new addiction. It's stupid, and they all be sharing the same IG models, bro. It'd be the same one, the same like 12 of them, bro. They be passing them around.
Yeah, you ever heard Young Gravy, bro? One thought, two thought, bro.
I don't know who that is, but I'm old, bro. I don't.
We'll put you on. We'll put you on.
If I don't like it, I'm gonna roast you for it, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's cool.
Better be good, bro.
Well, it's solid.
You heard I think what's his name? Brandon Ingram hit a game winner over Anthony Simons. Apparently they share a baby mama. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it's true, that's a hell of a story. Boy,
I just had to get that out. That's crazy.
That is crazy, bro.
Crazy. Can you imagine writing that story?
Right. That's nasty work.
Deciding who's going to pay this much child support. That's crazy.
That's nasty work, bro. That's nasty work. What are you seeing around the NBA though, man? That you think is interesting that we should probably be paying attention to? Some underrated stories that people are not talking about right now.
I'm not gonna bring up Bronny, guys. Let's not do it.
I ain't got time for that.
Yeah. But LeBron's 50 years old, like I said, and he's the first player ever in NBA history to have 15 plus 5 and 5 in a single quarter, and he did it in the fourth quarter against the Sacramento Kings at age 45 years old. That to me is, what was that tweet? He said like, "Thank goodness, LeBron, this fuckery won't go on much longer," and that was like 2016 or 2015 or something like that. Here it is, 10 years later, he's doing the same thing, man. Jordan's my GOAT. He's before my time, whatever. Maybe I'm old for that. I don't care, but Jordan's my GOAT. But I love LeBron so much. He's a diva, but boy, that man can play. That man can play.
I don't think nobody's ever taken away his on-court credit away from him. I just think of some of the stuff outside of the court, like being a drama queen and all of that nonsense.
But at the same time, bro, you don't see NBA players doing some of the good stuff he does, bro. I mean, he built a whole school in his state. Name other NBA players that have done that. Like you got players out here, like no offense, but AI, bro, going broke, going bankrupt. How you play in the NBA? You go bankrupt.
Jalen Rose has a school in Detroit, and that's phenomenal. Well, the one that LeBron made apparently is doing horribly.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I don't know how true it is or not. I don't be following that much, but I can tell you that the Jalen Rose one that he's been doing for decades, that one is thriving.
And see, that's awesome. That's what I like to see. I want to see more of you people. Again, like rappers, right? Give back to the community. I got out the slums, yada yada yada. Give back to that community that you telling other people to give back to right now. You need to set the example.
And not just basketball camps either, man. That's cool, that's cute, but most of these dudes are not finna make it in the league.
No one's.
A lot of them not even gonna go and play D1 in college or D2 for that matter.
Or
like, what are you doing to give back to these kids?
Or they will have a good, successful middle school, high school career. And they'll start to do some collegiate stuff, but because they didn't have that good come up, they didn't have some of that good stuff, they get in trouble. What happened to that one kid? Bates, Imani Bates.
Imani Bates.
Yeah. He plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was supposed to go top 10 pick. He got in some legal trouble. Guess what happened? Bronny's teammate, what's his name? He was looking real good. Mikey, bro.
I forget his name.
So good.
You're talking about Isaiah Collier?
I thought it was Mikey.
Or the other one? Because I don't remember Isaiah Collier getting in trouble. No. It was a different teammate. You talking about at USC or in high school?
High school.
High school. Okay, yeah. I don't know none of his high school teammates.
I think it was Mikey, bro. So well, man. Mikey looked like him and Bronny were going to go together, and then Mikey got in some legal trouble. I don't even know what he does now. He didn't even get drafted. I don't even know if he's in college.
But weren't they? First of all, anybody that was playing with Bronny, don't their family have money already? That's just what I would think. Maybe I'm tripping. You could correct me.
No, they do. I'm just saying, if you don't have that support system there that keeps you held down and brings you upright, like it doesn't matter what kind of basketball training you're putting them through. Guys, sometimes it's just for some they don't do it for nothing but the love of the game. This is what they know. This is what they know. That's what they do. Or they are good. They have good intentions. They try to be good, but then they get corrupted. Again, look at Ja Morant, bro. Come from a gated community, from a good home, and he out here last season looking goofy for no reason. And
hey, man, not too much on Ja.
Yeah, it's just the truth, man. And he bullied Andre Iguodala the other season out of his team because he don't like old heads, and Andre was just trying to help him out, give him some advice, and he don't want to listen to it. And again, I love Ja. I got a Ja Morant jersey for a reason, right? But I don't know. I just there's just things you see, man. And what are you doing to give back to your community, especially once you make it? Yeah.
FYI, Ja Morant, his real name ain't Ja. Just
Demetrius.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah.
His middle name is Jamel, so that's where the Ja come from. But we're gonna go with Ja because that's a cool ass name, bro.
That's a cool
I
name.
damn near want to name my son Ja, bro. I damn near want to do that, bro. I don't know. Maybe I.
You ain't got kids yet? I was expecting you to have like.
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Hey man, listen.
Crazy.
It's dudes walking around
Run
here
the video.
who got kids that they'll never know, and the kids will never know that they daddy. Like they think somebody else their daddy. That ain't their fault. Yep. It just is what it is.
It is unfortunately the way of life.
I'm sorry. Hey, look, I got strong ass genes. Like if you see one of my family members, you'll know. So, son or daughter, hopefully son, if you see me, say hi to me if you are out there.
No way. You got a name for your son. Okay, if you're gonna have a son, right? You have a first name you only picked out.
Oh yeah. Well, this is up for no debate with my wife or nothing. My first son name gonna be Titan.
Oh, that's hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Why is that? Why is that?
Because he gonna be a big bad mofo. No matter what, he can be 5'2". He gonna be a big bad mofo in his mind. Period.
I love it.
Anything he do, he gonna be big and bad at it.
I love
You
it.
better believe it.
I love it.
Yeah, that's right. He gonna be titanically big.
Titanically big.
Everything he do, he gonna do it big.
You better hope he's not big bagged.
Nah, we're not doing big back children, bro. No.
You better watch out, boy.
Get
him watching them Zion videos.
Nah, we're not doing those Zion. I used to torture my nephews, bro. Like they do anything I don't like. Well, maybe that's me being a bully, but let me not even say the bully part when I was just being an asshole. So if I come in the house, your room dirty, you finna do push-ups until I get tired. Your grades bad, we finna go to the field. You finna run until I get tired. You finna run all kind of sprints. You better not stop moving them feet. No, you better not.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna stay out here longer. Why you got them C's on your report card?
Yep.
Nah, we finna go run. I'm finna sit there and watch. I'm gonna be sitting in a chair, probably smoking a cigar, watching you run the field.
You gonna have the paper up too. It's like 1988 out here. That's
Now, next time you're gonna think before you come home with something bad on your report card. I'll be damned. And honestly, a lot of these kids don't have nothing like that at home, bro. Like these kids are just being maintained.
They be afraid, bro. They be afraid, man.
Yeah, a lot of these kids are being maintained, dog. Like they're not even really being raised. They just being maintained. It's, all right, you go to school and you come home, I feed you, and then that's it.
Yep.
There ain't no extracurricular activities nowhere. Like
it's like a pet, bro. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, your kid ain't got no hobbies, and playing 2K morning and night ain't no hobby, bro. I'm talking something constructive. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't no hobby. Man, listen, my kids, you be 8 years old. Listen, we finna have hobbies, plural. Ain't gonna be no one. And you touch that. The only time you touching that video game is when you done doing work around the house. We finna cut this grass. We finna wash the car. You finna help. We finna change the oil on the car. You gonna know how to change the oil on the car. You gonna know how to change. You gonna know how to plumb this toilet. If you ate too much beans and rice, you finna know how to fix this problem in the toilet that you created. All of that.
Honestly,
kids that got no structure these days. Don't get me started on that. I got a soft spot for kids, bro. I really do. I believe in rearing children very well, not maintaining them. You gotta raise these mofos. They ain't asked to be here.
I mean, you seeing the results of parents just maintaining their kids nowadays, bro.
Right, man. They turn out to be Lakers fans, bro. Like, that's terrible.
I'm seeing a lot of this stuff like it's like galaxy gas out there, man, and like kids.
That boy say galaxy gas. I'm still in that.
No, is real. That's real. The galaxy gas is a real thing. It's a real thing.
For real?
Doing it. Yeah, I'm
look this up.
It's terrible, bro. It's like this epidemic, man. You know, kids in like end of middle school, high school, doing these. It's like whippets. You know, it's crazy. And then I don't know. Vaping, I think, is a whole nother thing. I drink here and there, maybe, you know, I have my party phase, you know, I get it. But
hold on.
That's
is
real.
that nitrous oxide, bro?
Yeah, bro, you can put that in your car. Yeah, you can put that in
I know you can put that in your car, obviously.
Yeah.
Why is that? Hold on. Oh, yes. I'm finna use this on this Twitter thing. When I see people saying stupid shit, yeah, you on that galaxy gas, brother. No more 87. Well, some people still on that 87 gas.
Yeah, RC, I saw that. Shout out RC, bro. That was crazy.
No. I had to let him have it, bro, because he be thinking that we don't be seeing the nonsense that he be doing, bro. Like, come on now, bro. Like,
just keep it real. All right. That's all we ask.
Just keep it a bean, bro. Like, why is that so much to ask? Just keep it a bean. All right, cool. You got triggered from what I said. All you had to be like was, you know what? You're right, man. If the tables was turned, we probably would look a little different. Now I see why that was kind of out of line. That's all you had to say, man. But no. Yeah, turn the tables. Oh, what are you doing? Boy, you better stay in your
Why is it about? Because now, he got offended, so he made it about you.
Of course he did. Him and his other his whole trolley group chat that they probably got somewhere, bro. Hi, I know one of y'all watching. There'll be one on the comment on my videos. Always got something. You say anything good about Jalen, he gonna get in the comment section. Oh, why do you say anything good about Jalen Green?
Didn't you see what he played like the last 3 seasons? Hey, I wanna say something though, non-hater related, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
How long do you think Alperen Şengün has been the best player on the team? Because I'm seeing a lot of people saying the last 2 years.
Nah, they smoking. It's been 1 year.
It's been 1 year. Last year, he was the best player. Yeah. Why am I seeing that people are saying he's been the best player the last 2 years?
Because people like to gas up. See, here's the thing. This is human nature. When you like somebody, you gas up everything they do. When you don't like somebody, you de-gas everything they do. You deflate everything that they do. That's just human nature. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm never going to say anything good about the Lakers. I just won't.
Why don't you like the Lakers? Like actually, like what? Like
why should I like the Lakers? It's California. I don't like anything in California. The next earthquake that happened, need to just remove the state from the union. Let it be its own island. Why is it? See, bruh, people in California is running from the place. They don't even like California.
Yeah, they come to the Yields place now. They
coming to Texas now. They coming to Texas trying to bring that California behavior. No. You better keep your Cali in Cali. Down here in Texas, we do Texas things, bro.
So you don't like the Lakers? This is how we eat barbecue.
No, I don't like the Lakers because their fans are annoying.
Okay.
Oh my God, their fans are annoying as hell. And then the media is all Lakers fans. I'm just like, okay, are we NBA media or Lakers media? Like, it'd be teams, there'd be storylines going on in the league. There'd be, real good stuff. Not gonna talk about it. All we're gonna talk about is the Lakers. It's a formula to it. You open up ESPN every morning. Lakers, Cowboys, LeBron, Bronny. Clockwork. It's like clockwork, bro.
It's an easy check, too. That's an easy check.
Yeah, like every time, like there's other teams in these leagues, bro. Like people's doing great things out here, and y'all only worried about one team or one player. Like, what are we talking about? That's why when other people start getting credit, they're like, man, he ain't been good that long. Because they'd be surprised because they're not getting no coverage, bro. Why you think people there's people that don't like Giannis, like they like Giannis is this and that, or people that don't like Jokic. because they're not talking about him. They're not talking about.
I'm one of the people that don't like Giannis though, but I don't like him for a different reason.
Why you don't like him? The Harden thing?
Not just the Harden thing, but I do think his at least one of his both his MVPs are cheese, bro. Both his MVPs are cheese. He was also not the best defensive player of the year. He was not. Anthony Davis, that was honestly, I don't say awards are robbed like that very often, but that depoy was 80s, bro. He had that thing on lock. The fact that Anthony Davis does not have a depoy is criminal to me. I
can understand that.
So it's not that I dislike Giannis for him. I take that back. Some of his stuff, he is disingenuous. I think he's a little extra. He be saying he says one thing while being humble and all that, and then he gets asked about his game, and then he makes it not about him, and now it's your fault that he played bad. So
honestly, man, I'm looking at all these superstar players now, man. Which one of them really be taking accountability like that? They all just athletes in 2024 are just some of the most sensitive human beings ever. Like everybody's so sensitive, you can't critique. And matter of fact, this is how it goes, bro. So if you're a fan and you critique a player, you never played the game. If you in the media, you never played the game. Or if you was a player and you critiquing, man, you was trash. What do you know? But then if it's a player that you on equal footing, oh man, you just being a hater. If it's somebody who's a Hall of Famer that's retired, man, you just mad because you can't play them or you an old head.
You mad you didn't win any rings.
You just like you just mad, bro. You mad that you getting critiqued. You just don't want nobody to critique you. It's a stupid thing to get mad and tell somebody they never played something. Okay, bet. I never played. Next time your electrician come in the house, if he don't do it, let's not even go there. Your landscaper, he come in the house, he don't trim the bushes right. Shut the hell up, because you never been a landscaper before, so you can't tell him that he did a bad job. Shut your ass.
Shut up. Yo.
It's stupid, bro. I hate that logic. That logic makes no sense to me, bro. You discredit somebody because they never did it. Say you discredit somebody by attacking their understanding of something and how it works, not because they never did it. That's stupid to me, bro. But that's just me.
No,
maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm crazy, bro. Maybe, bro.
No, man.
All I know is 1 + 1 does not change based on whether or not I have a math degree.
Well, don't get into that conversation because now people are actually having 2 + 2 conversations. No. I do mean that though. I do generally mean that. Look, if you don't believe me, look it up. No, bro. What they saying is 22? 2 + 2 can be 5 if you're changing this and this and this and some crazy. Yeah, bro. The world today is different than you grew up in. It's that Captain America stuff, bro. I feel like once you hit like 25 years old and you start looking at what's going on, like you really do, you feel like Captain America, bro. You're like, oh my gosh, where was I for like the last 80 years? It's not. It's just this is how people are now. It's incredible.
You know what? After hearing that, bro, I think I need to go grab like one of my Galaxy brownies and just mellow out, bro, because that's annoying me right now. Why would somebody think that 2 + 2 can be possibly 5? Bro?
I can't really. I don't want to really get into the actual logistics of it.
I don't want to lose no IQ points. Yeah. I don't want to lose no brain cells. You can't replace brain cells, bro. Please. Yeah. That probably give me CTE, man. That's probably what email offense is on. Anyway.
It's bad, bro. It's bad. But looking at so we're talking about like offense, defense, and everything like that. Anthony Davis and everything. I'm interested. Who do you think is leading the league in points per game right
now? If I had to guess, points per game.
Tyrese Maxey just put up 45 today.
Okay. Dang, let me think, man. What would make sense? Who would make sense? I want to say Luka.
He's second.
It's not Giannis.
Give yourself one more try. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me think, bro. Let me think. Tyrese Halliburton? No, that's right. He ain't even scored this season.
He had 22 tonight. He had 22.
Oh, okay. All right. I will represent. Nah, bro. I don't know, bro.
Anthony Davis is leading league in points per game.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I forgot about him. Yeah, he been tearing it up. It ain't gonna last though.
3 straight 30-point games. And it's interesting because he's not like, we were looking at stuff on the chat, right? Like how inefficient some players are being. I think a lot of that's just a culmination of the start of the season. But I'm looking at the points per game, just something to monitor, right? Because Jalen, everyone's like, well, Jalen's being inefficient and whatever. Well, he's 17th in points per game right now on 41%. And Anthony Edwards is averaging 1 full point more than Jalen on like half a percentage point better. 41.4. That's I think that's comparable.
Oh, but you can't compare him to Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is better than Jalen Green.
Luka averages 34 on 42%. So is that considered inefficient? And then Tyrese Maxey, like I said, he just put up 35 on solid efficiency, so this just boosted his numbers. But he's shooting 31 points per game on 35%.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Disgusting.
I don't really take, especially scoring and efficiency. I don't really take stats that serious until January.
25 points per game on 30. What's that? Let me look at this one more time. I gotta make sure I say this right. 25 points per game on 37% from the field. Who do you think that is?
25 points per game on 37% from the field.
Yep. He's on a championship team.
On a championship team or the championship team?
On a championship team. Championship caliber team.
Oh, let me say, he said championship caliber team. This is in the East. Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown.
MVP. 37. Interesting. That's all. I like to monitor. I like to poke it, prod.
Of course.
Jalen's being inefficient. Okay.
I like to give it 25 games or until January though, man, because at that point, all that high variance at the beginning of the season, teams getting used to playing with these new teammates and all that is kind of starting to wane down. So 25 games or January, whichever one makes more sense during the season or whatever. Or
it just depends on who's playing what, and if someone's traded during the midst of that too. That's
because sometimes players are traded in December. I don't see that happening this year though. Well, then again, it's trade. You just never. How can you even predict?
I'll say the Clippers need to make a trade. They're looking really good right now. That's right now.
They need to chill out.
They need to make a trade, bro.
For what? What are they missing? I haven't watched any Clippers game quite yet.
They just missing someone who can, like, you're missing a tool player. You know what I mean? Like, not necessarily a specific position, but somebody who can kind of, just kind of come in and do
like
everything, right?
Like a Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife. Yeah, they missing one of those. Like, they need to get rid of Nicholas Batum. I thought he retired, but he's on the team.
No, he's still there.
And again, I respect it. He, good player, good career. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's that time. Why? It's that time. You should not be playing on a championship team like that with what your game is at right now.
Real quick, what team do you see is probably going to underperform this season, and or let me put it like this: who on blow up watch?
If I gotta pick one, I'm kind of looking at Sacramento. They lost to the Lakers right now. They lost against the Lakers, and the Lakers were up and then we're down and then we're up and we're down, and LeBron with a Herculean effort, of course, to end up winning the game. But it was LeBron and Anthony Davis scored 30 plus. They couldn't stop him. Of course, it's LeBron James and Anthony Davis, right? They kind of the bubble selves that we were used to. But Sacramento, looking at it like just from like on paper, the guards cannot guard De'Aaron Fox. They cannot. And he didn't have a phenomenal game. Domantas Sabonis before this game was 10-0 against Anthony Davis in his career. 10-0.
Yeah, I've seen that. I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
Incredible. And then, you're looking at DeMar DeRozan. What is he doing? He's getting.
Oh, yeah, that was fool's gold. That trade was just. I said trade. That signing was just name. Like, what was that supposed to do?
I just don't. I don't see how they're gonna keep Sabonis, Fox, and DeRozan together when none of them are prolific 3-point shooters, right? They're just not. And you have to play Malik Monk like kind of this awkward role, who I think he should be starting. I don't know if he is or not, but he deserves to be.
He's coming off the bench. He's a super six man.
He needs to be starting, bro. That is just
their bench is trash.
Yeah,
their bench is
Keegan Murray.
horrible.
I love him. I love him. You know, but he's like you're trying to be a championship playoff high level team. And I think he just needs another year or two before he can truly be effective on a team like that. And they got
Murray old. He older than you think.
I know. He's
24.
Yeah.
Same draft class as Jabari, who was 21.
Yep. My issue is that is still a rookie because Tari Eason is older too, right? And we say he needs to work on things.
Right.
I think,
but you see how polished, but he's more polished than.
Yes. Yep. More polished. I think he just needs a year or two more of the being able to grow, right? Because he came into the Sacramento Kings, got drafted, and then it was like, okay, we got Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox, so get with it. I just think a year more, just develop some of those other skills, but. I just don't see the Kings doing too much. I think they're a team to watch out for. I think an obvious team, not by this season, but by next season, the Phoenix Suns, obviously. I mean, there's a reason why we made the move to get the Suns fixed. There's some rumbling somewhere that we don't know about either Devin Booker or Kevin Durant or something about the front office not believing in it. But we wouldn't go get the Suns fixed when we know for a fact that the Brooklyn Nets are going to be asked for the next 4 years. Like, we know that for a fact. It doesn't matter who's doing what. We wouldn't trade away all those Brooklyn Nets picks for Phoenix Suns picks if there wasn't something going on. So I think that's
Brooklyn beating up on Milwaukee right now.
Yeah, I don't care. They gonna win more than.
Really don't like Giannis.
They gonna win more than one game. That's just they're not. No matter what, it's hard. Like, it's actually hard to win less than 12 games in a season, I think, in this league, just on how scoring is and three-point shooting. You have to actively sit players, cough John Wall, in order to really force yourself to lose players or lose against teams. Like, you have to coach your guys wrong. You have to. There's no way you're not winning at least 12 games. And if you aren't, who is not playing? What is going on, Especially if it's an 82 game season. If you got like 66 games, okay, yeah, you might win 10 games if you're a really, really poor team and some guys are sitting. I can see that. But like in today's league, I mean, 12, 14, 15, 16 games is minimum for sure.
Yeah, man. I think the season so far has just been a little interesting. But then again, it's just been a few games, so. Not a whole lot to take away because teams that started hot last season. Hell, what seed were we at one point last year? Ended up being 11. I think we're up to I think we're like a sixth or fifth seed at one point last year around what? December, late December, early January. And then we missed the playoffs and the play-in all together. Yep. So I don't know what right now. This is just a bunch of talking points. It's just what can we take away? What do you, as far as the Rockets are concerned, what do you see is something that we can, I guess, from game to game, what have we carried over that you like that you think will carry over?
Something that I've seen over the games and increase is the usage of Jalen, and they're actually putting him in good spots. And some of the spots he hasn't been put in aren't great, and he's still performing. Again, I know I've talked about a lot about Jalen tonight, and it is what it is. But
he's the talk of the fan base right now.
Really. I like a lot of what I'm seeing from Jalen in these 3 games, right? Because everyone was expecting him to come out. Not everyone, but a lot of people were expecting him to come out. He got paid. Okay, he's going to put up 15, 16, 17 points on 38% from the field, right? They were expecting bad Jalen Green games because he has not started a season at all, I think, except his rookie season where he had 2 really bad games, and then the 3rd game he put up 30 points
against Ime Udoka and the Celtics.
Yep. So I don't know. I'm looking at that for sure. And then the usage of Tari, I said it, man. I miss that man on the court. We need more Tari Eason. How can we get this man on the court more without putting Dylan Brooks on the bench is what I want to do. Maybe make Dylan Brooks a fake start. Be the first pull, put Tyrese in it.
Dylan
I don't care
solid,
what we're gonna do. Yes, and it's unfortunate because Tyrese has just been his impact coming off the bench means more than what Dylan Brooks is bringing to the starting lineup. I think throughout the game as it's been played, I think Dylan Brooks and Tyrese even out in overall production, but the first 5 minutes Dylan Brooks doesn't look as good as the first 5 minutes of Tyrese.
I'll say this. When Dylan sits and Tari comes in, let's say if you replace them two, Jalen is a lot more aggressive because Dylan he ain't got to worry about Dylan taking some CTE drives to the back.
Shots. None of these weird layup things he be doing. None of them. The back down post up Dylan Brooks that we be seeing.
Trying to post up Chris Paul yesterday. I'm like, I understand he's a smaller guard, but it's still Chris Paul.
Paul actually is good in the post.
I'm not.
Small guards
ain't a game I want to play.
Yeah, I don't.
That results in a lot of turnovers. You start doing that.
Yep.
He's too crafty.
Yep.
He's too crafty, man.
He knows how to use the sides. He's a veteran too. It's not the first time he's been posted up in the league. If it's Reed Shepard, you're posting up in the league. That's different. But I think I'm not posting up Chris Paul because he knows what he's gonna do. And as a smaller guard, you can get away with being a little bit more physical.
Yeah. That's why PJ Tucker was so great guarding bigs because
he could be.
Of course, they're gonna let him get more physical.
Yeah. Bro, they got like 7 inches on him, bro. Like pause. He couldn't do nothing. It was over.
Man, boy, I'm glad you said pause because that was terrible. That was terrible. That was bad. On that note, I think we can kind of wrap this up.
Hey, I do want to say, are you swayed at all? People are saying, like on the Rockets turn Robin, right? We had guys saying, 45, 46, 47 plus wins through the season. Are you swayed getting less wins, or do you think we're still going to hit that mark? Because I've been seeing people on Twitter saying, yep, we're not going to win more than 35 games this season. So, the sky's falling already, apparently.
One thing I don't do is I don't evaluate the whole season based on one game here and one game there. I just don't.
So you're not an NPC on Twitter?
No.
Okay.
I've watched basketball too long. I've watched too many NBA seasons. I've watched too many teams figure it out and get it together at certain points in the season. These guys are humans. I think the problem now is too many fans are looking at the game and they're thinking about my career in NBA 2K. It doesn't work like that. These guys are not robots. They're humans. They're still trying to figure out their chemistry together. Even the coaches too. They're still trying to figure out how to get these guys to play together. Sometimes the first period of the season, they just gathering data and they're throwing things out there. They're throwing different lineups out there. They're experimenting with different sets to try to see what works best. And then they start to formulate their real identity from there. That's why I say 25 games or January. That's when I start taking some of them stats serious, because at that point you got a big chunk of a sample size and you can see kind of who is who starts to separate themselves from the pack. I've seen this long enough. And you got some guys who may be coming from injury. You may be some guys who maybe played in the Olympics. They played in the summer. Maybe they got to get their legs back up under them. Different things is happening, man. Or you got guys changing positions. Somebody might be not used to being a starter or not used to coming off the bench. You got to get used to that because it's different. It's really not the same at all. There's so many human variables that go into it. And I just don't look at the game like a lot of that's another reason why I try not to play sports games, because I think I don't want it to skew my reasoning and my logic behind how I'm watching the sport.
I respect it.
So that's me, man. I said 48 wins. I haven't moved off of it because I still can see 48 wins. Hell, I can see more than that, and I can see less than that. But I'm stuck on 48 because you got to give it time. Let me see what is consistent at certain inflection points of the season.
That's a very fair response, and I'm with you. Just to make sure, I'm still, I think we're at minimum a play-in team, right? I think I said I moved from the 7th seed to the 6th seed after the Cat move, but I'm looking at the Wolves right now. They're looking pretty good, and they haven't even figured it out yet.
Yeah.
As you said, Julius Randle, man, people forgot about him. I'm seeing. Being a younger guy, I see on the TikTok all the time, man. Oh, I forgot about Julius Randle. Yeah, I know you did. We all did.
What I say, bro? We all did. And people got mad at me for saying that he was better than Alperen Sengun. I know some people don't like to hear that. Julius Randle is better than Alperen Sengun. I'm sorry.
He's good.
I'm sorry. Do not let your Houston bias listen, I know we all got our bias. We do. I have mine. You have yours. Do not let your last memory of Julius Randle being hurt or being soft in the media or whatever. Don't let that fool you from that what he is on the court.
Yeah.
Do not let that fool you. Alper Sengun has done absolutely nothing better than Julius Randle in his career quite yet. Not that he won't be better than Julius Randle. He has a chance to be. Probably even way better. But right now, today, Julius Randle is better than Alper Sengun. I'm sorry that you don't want to hear that.
I mean, Sengun just got outplayed by Jock Landale last night, so it's bad, baby. It's bad.
Let's not do that either, bro. I'm not gonna do that, bro. I'm already finna get death threats after this thing drop. You got any final thoughts, bro, before we wrap this thing up?
Just pop on the HTownRundown, man. We're giving away this bubble, so that's it.
Oh yeah. We're gonna put that in the description box below. We're gonna make sure we have that HTownRundown in the description box below. We're gonna have Preston's YouTube channel as well in the description box below. Hopefully I don't forget, because I be tripping sometimes. But yeah, man. Follow us on that Rockets Round Robin. We got the YouTube channel up now. We're probably gonna start posting stuff on there this coming week.
Yeah.
Go ahead and subscribe to that. Leave us a like on this video. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought about some of our takes. Are they too hot? Are they too cold? Are they just right? Do you want to murder any of us? That's fine. We can take it. We can deal with it. We big boys. And you on the internet anyway, and you're not going to do nothing. So, yeah. This is the Rockets Propaganda Channel. I am your man's AK Infinity. Follow me on Twitter /X at AK_VVS. We're gonna be back on the Rockets Round Robin again this week on a live stream before the game or at halftime tomorrow. We'll see, whichever one we like better. Stay tuned. You follow us. See, that's why you gotta follow us on all these socials. You follow us, you'll be informed and you'll be entertained. Yeah, we out.